Okay, we're back. So, strategies. What strategies do we use most often when we're conducting our searches? Skimming and scanning. Yes. So these should be everybody should be familiar with these because we're actually doing them all the time. Skimming and scanning. So what is skimming and what is scanning? Which one do we do first? Which one do we do second? Do we do both at the same time? What's scanning? Okay, yeah. So scanning is when we're looking for specific things, right? Very quickly, just think of a scanning machine, right? It scans your document really quickly. So looking for specific info. So can you give me an example over here of when you would scan? At what point in your search do you scan? Anybody over here? At what point in your search do you start scanning? Okay, so maybe you've already typed your search in, and then now you've got the results, right? The list of web pages or websites, and then you begin scanning. How do you guys decide which one to pick? Okay, after you've skimmed it, like skimmed the title? Okay. I think skimming might come a little later. You're still scanning, right? So I'm just asking you guys, so let's do this. Let's type something in. Give me something you guys want to search. Let's type it in. Anything. Come on, guys. What are you interested in? Books. Okay, what kind of books? Books for Christmas. Okay, so I've typed it in, and now I'm scanning. How do I know which one I'm going to pick? What do you guys base your pick on? How do you know which one you want to pick? The top one. Who picks the top one most often? Is there anybody here? Why do you pick the top one?
It's the most, very often that's the most used.
Yeah, so whatever you get near the top, that's what most people have been looking at. Does everybody know that? That's the way they post these things. The one that so people have been looking at Oprah magazine, the 35 best Christmas books of all time. That has been the #1 thing that people are clicking on, and that's why it's appearing up there. Now you have to be careful because what appears sometimes first before any of the links?
Wikipedia.
Okay, Wikipedia often appears first. Ads, yes. So oftentimes, I don't see any here, but there'll be something and it'll say ad up here, right? In the little corner, you'll get a little black and white ad. So if you click on that, it's just going to try and sell you something. This might be trying to sell you something too, but in a different way. It's not an ad, right? It's coming from a magazine. So what do you guys, so what we're doing here is we're scanning and what do we call this when we're doing this? Starts with an S as well. Scroll. We scroll and we scan, right? Our eyes are going very quickly. Then, when we pick something, so we're going to pick Oprah's 35 best Christmas books of all time, what do we do then? Do we keep scanning the article?
No.
Depends what it looks like, right?
Yeah.
This to me looks like another chance to scan, right? Because it just doesn't have a lot of text. So we might scan 35 gift new dads will actually use. Okay. Now, when I see the text, that's when I might start skimming, picking up some words, right? And what if I'm really interested in what this article has to say? What strategy do I go to then? So I've scanned. Detailed reading, yeah. Do I have to read the whole thing? No. So I might do a detailed reading, but based on headings. I might pick certain sections that I want to read, because I know those ones might have answers to my questions. Whether we know it or not, we always have some questions that we're searching for, right? We always want some answers. All right. So those are those strategies that we use. One more brainstorm, you guys. Oh yeah, is it good or bad? This skimming and scanning that we're doing all the time, is it good or bad? do you guys think?
It's good.
It's good? It's good?
I think if you do it on a phone, you get carried away with a lot of scrolling.
Can we get sucked into like,
Other
Well-
things.
when we're using social media, we do a lot of skimming and scanning, right? Can it get a little exhausting after a while? I think we have to kind of monitor, right? We can get carried away. I sometimes want to check one thing, like I hear bloop, bloop. I want to see, oh, which student? What did they say? What do they mean? But then all of a sudden I click on WhatsApp, but then I see, oh, there's a little notification to my Instagram. I better check that. Check that. Oh, before you know it, I'm like in another world. And my kid's like, Mom, 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 Mom. What? What? So I think it can be good, but it can also be bad because it can consume us because we can be skimming and scanning and scrolling. And sometimes when we do too much of it and we don't take time to read detailed things, we can read a heading or a title and make all kinds of assumptions, but we haven't actually read what that's telling us, right? So we have to be a little bit careful. We're always having to make decisions about how we're going to read it, right? The last brainstorm. How do we judge a website? How do we know if what we're reading is true? So talk about that with your partners for 3 minutes.